Alright, fellers, welcome back to Dave's channel. This is it. It's all put together. I have it plugged into my 6-channel Tactic right now, just so I can mess around with it a little bit. And I have a couple of issues that I'm working out right now. The back left rudder is not working, and the front gear door does work because I tested the servo, but however, it's not opening when I put the landing gear down. So the place that I plug it into, hold on one second, let me pull this up real quick so I can show you. Okay, so right here it says gear door. Now I have that plugged in to the gear door. I have the gear door plugged into the gear door on this, but somehow it's not working. But when I plugged the gear door and the gear door in the last gear, I plugged the gear door in the last gear into a Y, and then plugged it into the gear plug, and it'll open and the gear will come down. But what happens is when I go to close it, the gear door shuts on the front gear. So working out the bugs. There shouldn't be any bugs. I should be plugging this thing in and it should be working correctly. So as of right now, the gear door is not working on the board back there. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if the board needs to be changed. I don't know if that plug is foul. The servo itself works because I tested the servo already. I know it works. I know the gear doors work, but it's not working when I plug it into the spot up there. So if anybody out there has any ideas of how to bypass that, shoot me a comment on this and let me know what I have to do to fix that. Other than that, everything works. Everything works. The flaps work. Everything works. I've tested everything on it. Everything works, except for the back left rudder back there. This rudder right here doesn't work. Everything else works. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that EDF out of there again and see if when I was putting this stabilizer on there, that vertical stab on there, I'm going to see if I didn't unplug it somehow. I'm thinking that that's probably what it is. It's going to be something simple like that. So I'll check into that and see if that's what the deal is. But the front gear door not opening in sequence and shutting in sequence and not even working at all when I plug it into that control panel back there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm not sure. And I have been just right at this thing for the last 2 days trying to put it together. Carbon fiber rotted all the way, from the fuselage back. So it's got carbon fiber on the bottom, little slides when you slide the nose in, and then it's got glue spots. But I noticed that this front could be a little wobbly, and if it takes a hard landing on the front and kind of comes down a little hard, it might loosen up that glue that's in there. So I went ahead and threw some rods in it, some carbon fiber rods, and then back into here. So I got carbon fiber running halfway out and then back into here a little ways. So that sturdied it up quite a bit. Other than that, it's a sweet jet. I got the swept wings to work. I got everything. Everything's working. Flaps, ailerons. It actually is set up. This plane is configured already with flaperon or with tailerons. So you're already using tailerons, almost like a 3-channel F-35, where the ailerons and the ailerons do the same thing in the back as they do on the rudders as they do on the wings. There is no up and down on the wings though. When you pull back on the stick to give it up elevator, the ailerons do not move up. Only when you go left and right, they go together. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Other than that, all I can say is this is a big mamma jamma. This plane is freaking huge, man. It probably measures close to 5 feet, 4 or 5 feet, 4.5, 5 feet. It's pretty long. It's pretty big. If I held it up next to myself, you would really get a true would really see how big it really is. It's actually a really big plane. I think it's heavier than the 262. I don't know if it's bigger than the 262, but it's definitely heavier than the 262. This thing's probably like 14 or 15 pounds. And I think that may be without the batteries, 14. I think it said 14 or 15 pounds. That may be fully loaded with batteries, but I'm not sure. But it's heavy. It's a heavy bird. So I'm going to try to get on the phone with Motion RC tomorrow and see if they can help me out with this problem. I hope I don't have to fucking replace anything. I hope I don't have to send this thing back. I hope a lot of things don't go wrong. I'm hoping it's a simple fix, and maybe it's just something that I need to do in my remote or something like that, or it's not going to work with this remote and receiver. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what's going to happen, but all I know is it's not working right now, and it does work. It's just not working through that board. So I just thought I'd send a video out real quick just to show you guys the finished product, the finished build. It's done built. It's already finished. Just those couple of little kinks I got to work out, and then I will be getting a hold of my comrade YouTuber in the Tube Deep to see if we can get me hooked up with a Tyrannus or a FR Sky. So I'm gonna get a receiver, and I'm gonna get a radio specifically for this plane, and any other big EDFs that I might get in the future. I got a 6-channel, and the only thing that I couldn't plug in, because you have to plug the BEC in, or BEC, yeah, BEC. The only thing that I couldn't plug in was the flaps, but I did unplug the gears for a second and plugged in the flaps just to see if they work. The flaps do work. They work fine. So it's basically just getting that rudder fixed back there, getting the rudder servo to work, and getting the gear door servo to work, and then gluing on some of the final plastic pieces that go on this thing. But it's a sweet plane, guys. It really is. I mean, if you got the $500 to cough up, man, I would recommend this plane. I mean, I haven't even flown it yet, and I can already see it's going to be a screamer. It's going to be... I had a 4S battery in here doing the testing, and I wound it up a little bit just to hear the engines. And even on that 4S battery, that 4S 5000, this engine was cranking. It almost wanted to take right off the table. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Hopefully we can get it figured out. Hopefully I don't have to send it back or do some weird, crazy fixing, or maybe they'll have to send me another board. I don't know. Who knows? Hopefully it's something minor, and they're just like, oh, just do this and you'll be fine. So I've been talking with RC Geek, and he's helped me get to this point so far. And I want to thank him. What a big help you've been, dude. I know it's late, and I just sent you another message trying to figure out why that gear door wouldn't open. But just trying to get it figured out, man. I know you know your shit on this plane, so that's why I'm hounding you right now. But I won't text you anymore tonight. We'll wait until tomorrow so we can get it figured out. But I want to thank him and anyone else that can help me out with this problem. I appreciate you guys watching the channel. Hope you guys like this finished build video. And I hope it motivates you or inspires you to go out and get an F14 of your own, man, because this is a sweet rig, and I honestly think everybody should have one of these in their collection somewhere. So you guys have a good night. I'm going to bed. I am tired. I can barely keep my eyes open right now. You guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Leave a comment if you have any ideas about why that gear door won't open. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night. Bye.